I'm too tired to be lazy. I'm too wired to get crazy. There's a circus inside me, and the clowns are escaping. That's okay, they'll be back, man. This world is cruel and they'll discover that. And oh, my carnival, it never stops, it never slows. It's my carnival, yeah. Paris will take me higher, to a man who can walk on wire. Will he lead me to fire? Yes, the girl I most desire. And oh, my carnival, it never stops, it never slows. It's my carnival. Yeah, all right. Let's make our way to the funhouse. Yeah. If we're not careful, we may never make it out. I heard it right from the gypsy's mouth, man. She said the sky was falling down, and oh, my carnival, it never stops, it never slows. You're always on the go, I never miss a show. It rages down inside, I learned to take the ride. I said, oh, it's my carnival, it's my carnival, it's my
I liked all of them.
Wow, first take.
For the very first time.
Right on. You guys have the best job ever.
Yeah.
I guess this is also my job. Technically.
Where are you
That's
gigging
true,
now?
yeah.
Doing a lot at Hawaiian Brians still.
Yeah, what is that place called?
So they have Slacky Lounge, and
Slacky Lounge.
I do a like a storyteller thing now in there where I kind of tell a lot of stories like from my life and stuff while I'm playing music and everything.
Nice.
And then I do a band show there once a month too.
Is that a restaurant too?
I mean, it's sort of a lounge, and you can eat there and everything, but it's basically live, a performance-based place. It's a showroom basically.
Oh,
Can
okay.
you give us like an example of a story?
Oh man, sure. Is that what you really want me to do that right now?
I don't know. It sounds intriguing. I like stories.
All right.
right, so like I'll tell about so there's this dude named Bill Dowdy who bought this house on a hill in Waimanalo back in like 40, and he like lived there with his wife Irene, and he had this daughter a few years later named Judy. And this guy like had all these odd jobs. He didn't have like a birth certificate, right? He was from Georgia, and it was like burnt in this like church fire, his birth certificate. So he had to like find these odd jobs, like steel mill worker and like laundry truck driver. He's just like this, kind of an interesting dude. But he played the fiddle in this band called the 49th State Ramblers. And the reason why it was called the 49th State Ramblers is because it was before Hawaii was a state.
That's right.
And at the time, there were only 48 states. It was before Alaska and Hawaii were admitted. And so they were kind of in, like, they were sort of like in anticipation that they would be the 49th state, So they called themselves the 49th State Ramblers, and he was this fiddle player, and he would play in Chinatown, like, all the time. And he had, like, a mean drinking habit, right? And he smoked, like, Camel cigarettes. He was just, like, this badass freaking fiddle player. And he was driving home from Kalanianeole Highway, heading back to Waimanalo one night, and he freaking went into this ditch and flipped his car over. And he died that way. That's how he died. And his bandmates went over to his house, and then in his garage where he used to drink, there were like all these whiskey bottles, like all lined up all over the place. And they were all empty bottles, but they were able to like pour a drop out of every bottle, and they filled like this whole bottle of just the drops. That's how many bottles there were. That's how much this guy used to drink, right? I mean, he was like this madman, right? But it's the amazing fiddle player. He left behind his daughter Judy and his wife Irene, who happened to be my grandmother and my mother.
Wow.
And to this day, my mom still lives in that house in Waimanalo. And I tell the story because it's crazy because, he had this such a wild life, right? And he was such a he's such a talented guy, and he but he had this like monkey on his back, you know what I mean? And he just like couldn't seem to shake it or whatever, and it kind of took his life, And my mom was like 14 when he died. She kind of saw a lot of that as a youth, And a lot of people say that like, when you see that, a lot of times it tends to like repeat itself. History tends to repeat itself. But my mom's living proof because she never got into any of that sort of stuff, and she lived like this amazing life, and she still lives there today, and she's just this wonderful person. And like, so it kind of like gave me like, it sort of taught me like hearing all those stories, like, wow, you can kind of like take control of your own life, and you don't really need to like, just because you have this history, it doesn't mean that needs to be defining who you are.
Yeah, but it sounds like your first 25 years of life, or maybe.
Well, I guess it skips a generation.
Yeah, right. I mean, you partied like nobody back in the day.
Well,
and rocked the house.
Those are like, sort of, we don't know if those are real stories.
Yeah. That's what I hear.
Yeah, but it's stuff like that, I don't really, I should probably write them down, but I usually just, tell them and like how I remember them, and it's just stuff like that,
That's awesome.
Remembering stuff about my life, and, it's just a fun place for me to go and also like try new songs and everything.
So, Bill Dowdy or Bob?
Bill Dowdy, yeah.
Bill Dowdy? He passed before you were born.
Oh yeah. She was 14.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So it's like, yeah, I mean, and then I think what happened there was like, what I think happened is like, him and her were so close, and then me and her were so close, and now me and my son are so close. I think that kind of loving relationship is what's getting passed down instead of like the dysfunctional like stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, you could be straight as an arrow and not there for your kids.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
Or have that strong relationship. Mm-hmm. And
I agree. I think, and I think, my 20s and all that, like we were talking about, it's like, for some, that stuff continues and on and on and on, and it goes forever, and it takes some people down, and for some it's just like a little sort of marker that you learn stuff, and you know, it just depends on who you are, and
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still learning till this day for sure.
Yeah, me too. I mean, as far as how to control like vices that, you know, can be destructive.
But yeah, I don't know if you can put that story in this, because it's like,
why?
They gotta come to my show to watch this stuff.
Oh, that's a little preview. It's like that's a little taster.
Do whatever you want. I love you.
Love you too, man. Dude, you've been one of my absolute favorite musicians since I met you probably 20 years ago.
Holy smokes.
I think so. You were in a band with Mike and
20
Sam,
years.
and I would go
20 years.
watch you guys play at Kimaʻo Pub down the road here. And they would play everything from Bob Marley to Jimi Hendrix to Dave Matthews to whatever was rocking at the time, and their own originals. Yeah.
Man.
What a blessing to have like those guys at your, you know, at that budding time of your
Totally, man.
musical growth, you know, because you guys were all just kind of
that was
playing
like a
all the time.
musical brotherhood that, like, it's kind of like the golden ticket brotherhood kind of situation. Like, you couldn't have asked for a better band of dudes to be hanging out with and like messing around and exploring music with, you know?
Yeah. You guys are all so
and it's
silly too.
I was just gonna say, like, so hilarious too.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
Just ridiculously silly all the time.
And it's exactly the same way still.
Yeah, totally.
I was just with Sam, I think 2 days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I still talk to Mike like probably every few weeks.
I heard Sam did he put out an album?
He did. He put out like this dub album. It's freaking amazing, man.
I
He's, like,
haven't heard
played
it
every
yet. I wanna
instrument
hear
on
it.
it.
Check it out.
It's awesome. And like I talk to Mike every few weeks. Like, you know, he calls me. Usually like, he's like driving, and he's like, "Oh, I'm between, you know, this state and that state,"
I get
and
the call
like,
too, yeah.
you know, he's got like hours to drive, and it's like in the middle of the night. I'm like, dude, you're a madman. Like,
He's out there.
he's like seriously got to be one of the hardest working dudes I've ever met in my life. Like, so driven.
That's so funny because I talked to him a few days ago and he's all like, I should just like, I'd be done with this album already if I just stuck to it. But then it's just like, I end up playing video games. It like, just, I don't know. It's like, it's tough. He wants to play with it via too. And I understand. It's like, I mean. Oh
man, I know. That's the thing when you have like you know, the kid, it's like you kind of want to go into the world and just like escape the adult life.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're like, oh, look at all those toys.
Yeah.
Forget this.
Throw all your ambitions out the door and just go have fun.
Oh man.
All right, let's try another tune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
my very soul. Your sentence like a memory I remember from a few lives ago. Your touch is like my medicine, honey, for wounds I've endured. Your kisses like me had my pain, for addictions procure. Take my hand, fall into a sweet romance. Beauty lies behind the pain we bear. Talking to you softly, babe. Don't wanna scare you away, 'cause your heart is like a wildcat, babe. You're feral and free. Oh, I'm not gonna plead with you. I won't beg you to stay, babe. Gonna leave it up to you, you're a beautiful goddess, and the choice is yours to make. So won't you take my hand, fall into a sweet romance. Beauty lies behind the mask we wear.
Oh man, my B string, I bent it out of tune.
That's how, bro.
That was pretty noticeable though.
Live music.
Live music.
Are you working on that next album?
Yeah, I'm actually doing this weird thing because, you know, I put out Sway and then I did the EP, and each time I go in, you know, I'm not, you know, signed to a record label, so I gotta put money in, you know what I mean? And you know, you spend a bunch of money, and it's, you know, you gotta do it because you're an artist and you have to provide stuff for your fans and all that, right? So, you know, I'm happy to do it. But you don't ever really get your return on your album right away, being the level artist that I am, you know. And so, you know, it's fine though. It's like it keeps the train moving, and everybody is happy. The fans are happy that they get stuff to ingest and everything. But then I was like thinking about it, I was like, damn, it's time to do it again. You know what I mean? And I have like this overflow of songs. I'm ready to get back in the studio, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, damn, you know, thinking of like what else can I do here, you know? And I'm like. And I was like thinking about how when I'm writing, I use my iPhone to like, you know, get these ideas down, and I end up really, really digging those versions so much. And so I thought, what if I take my phone into the woods or into different places, you know, in the morning, and I bring some whatever cameras with me, and I just sit down and I record songs raw, and then I put them out, and then I with the album I can also release like the coordinates to where I record the song, so the fans could actually go like find where I recorded it, and it would kind of just be this raw thing that I could do all by myself without spending any money.
The sound of just the phone recording?
I love it, man.
Really?
I love it so much, dude.
Just that certain compression.
I mean, as a matter of fact, that Blaze Foley album I was just talking about sounds kind of a lot like that. It's like this old album they found like in a freaking some like garage or something that they like didn't know existed, and they pulled it back out, and it's all like the tape's all old, and it's like I just think it's like kind of nice and intimate. I think it's like a cool thing, and I also think it would be cool to just also have those locations for the fans to go like, oh man, and I could like send them like on a treasure hunt, like whoever goes to the locations first, whatever, I could give them like free stuff, and
that's so cool.
Just a fun thing that me and the fans can do.
Yeah.
And it's also something that I can just do by myself, like completely by myself, you know what I mean? And I can still provide something for the fans to listen to.
Straight to the center of the it's like,
an
11-mile hike.
Well, I was gonna start off by just going to all my favorite like writing spots, growing up, like just all the places I like used to go and just write,
like
where? Be alone. Like there's this great place at Portlock Point, like China Walls, where when you get down there and you go around the corner, there's this like huge overhang of like foliage, and you can get like in this little crack right there, and it's just like you're just alone, and you're just freaking, you can just be there. You have the waves there. It's like an awesome spot. And there's all kinds of spots like that up in Kuli Ou Ou Ridge hike. There's this little offshoot that you can go, and it opens up into this area. It's got like a makeshift fire pit. You can tell other people know about it, but it's not on the main trail, so it's like a nice little spot there that I used to go over there and write stuff. Just places like that where there's not a lot of foot traffic.
That's really fun, man. Because
so,
like people can also discover spots.
Totally, yeah. At least like personal spots to me, that are kind of important to me, that I grew up going to and writing at, Yeah. And so anyway, that's what I'm working on. I'm supposed to do it this summer.
I mean, like in my mind, I'm thinking like they make a little portable, record. But it's like it's a stylistic.
Yeah,
choice,
I actually did. I got the Shure, like whatever it is, M788 thing.
Oh,
whatever.
is that the one to plug into the phone?
It plugs into the phone. It gives you options and stuff. I have that just as...
Yeah, but like a little sound devices. The preamps are awesome.
And then I also have one that I can do tracked stuff with.
Yeah.
So I might mix and match and whatever.
Right.
But I probably will put at least one that's just the phone.
Well,
because I do dig it. Like, I probably won't do the whole album that
audio
way,
files might not like... But it's like the song is what stands out, right?
That's kind of the point of the album, you know what I mean? It's like that's the thing about when I'm writing and using the phone and I'm driving down, like immediately I can write, and then I go into my car and it Bluetooths and it starts playing what I just wrote, and I'm driving down the road listening to it, right? And I'm just like, I think that's so cool, and I think that it's really about the song at that point, because it's just like you're not getting like super deep and really high sound quality, you know what I mean, but you're just listening to the words and the arrangement and the guitar part and all that stuff, and I think that's pretty cool. And so I don't know,
there is something almost really old school of it. I mean, like way back when, right? Like the really old recordings, it's like a lower fidelity, but
yeah, what was that? I can never remember what it was, but there was those guys that were like traveling, right, with that little phonographic recorder, and they like were going all along the South and all everywhere, getting like these old guys. They got like Muddy Waters that way. That's how Muddy Waters like first got discovered. Is like they found him and went to his house. He's like, they met him and they're like, we heard that you play, and they sat him on his porch and recorded him.
Wow.
And they did this like all over the country.
Like how many people were influenced by him that then created rock and roll and did all that?
Yeah, and I mean those recordings that they did all over the country, they're just like that. I mean, they're really just, and it's like,
I mean, those
things
people
are awesome.
We're pretty sure they were gonna live and die without recording being a part of their Right.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and then there was how many guys that did exist before those guys that never happened to.
How many incredible musicians.
Totally. I mean, it's happening today.
But it's so easy to record today, you know.
Yeah.
That it's like it's almost like that's what people think of it. But
But
like,
can you imagine how like flooded places like SoundCloud and stuff are with like incredible music that you and I will never hear?
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because there's like literally, I don't know, maybe like 1 billion of people out there like would put their stuff on there, and there's no way we could ever sift through all of it.
Yeah.
You know,
Totally.
it's just a
I
sea.
can't. I mean, I still
of-
discover stuff on Spotify all the time.
Right.
I'm like, man, this pen is insane.
It's pretty cool.
Check out this guy Tavana.
Oh man, are we keeping that last one? You happy
That's
with
up
it?
to you, man.
You want to try it
It's up to
again?
you, man.
Are you guys happy with it?
That was cool. That sounded good. to me.
If you were happy with it, yeah. I mean, I'm
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good
Okay.
on my parts. What are you thinking?
Try another.
Yeah. Okay, I got to tune up.
Oh, yeah,
Try
yeah.
that Kuli Ou Ou Blues song.
How long have you been playing Pono guitars?
I want to say like 8 or 9 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time. What happened to this? So this is a new one for you, but same model that you were playing for the last number of years. Was it like the airline?
Yeah.
Basically, an airplane drove over it.
You know, I don't know if it was a. I don't know. I send it through. They open it up. You know, they do stuff. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what the
thrown
deal
all
is.
over the place. Yeah.
What they do. I know that whenever I have ever tried to like make a claim with an airlines, it's like pretty insane process.
Yeah.
It includes like records and
Yeah. It's for people that
Oh,
their
my bad.
time is not worth anything. So.
It's like a code for your brain to just shut it off. Like,
Yeah, that's how it goes. But I mean, the other side of it is like spending $1,000 on cases that are like ATA, worthy, whatever.
I think that's really what needs to happen pretty soon here,
Yeah.
because I'm starting to get on airplanes again.
Ponos are amazing, but like the cases, like the guitar cases, and like I don't know, like the handles and stuff. It's like they're made for like doctors who go to their friends twice a week or something. It's not exactly
Yep.
pro level on all of the hardware.
Yeah, I need to just get better cases.
The guitars rock, right?
Totally. I mean, yeah, I've been loving playing these things all these years. It's like,
That sounds
Wow.
amazing.
so there's a solo spot in the middle. There's 2 parts to it. I don't know if you guys want to, share that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep playing the normal thing. You guys do what you do.
We'll try.
Kalei was explaining to somebody what Tavana's music was an hour or two ago.
Oh yeah, they're asking they're asking questions about your music, and I told them it's like Tavana's very unique because it's a mixture of many different styles. I told them it's like if you took blues, country, rock. Hawaiian, reggae, and just kind of put it in the box, mix it up together, you get something very, very awesome. That's Tavana.
And then she looked you up on Spotify and was like, "Whoa, you're right."
I know. I hate that question, man. I'm always so stumped with what to tell people, man. I don't know, because it's like I feel bad if I tell them the wrong thing and I send them off, and I go, "No, it's not."
Labels. It's music.
Yeehaw.
Alright. Whenever I'm in Taro Patch, I don't know what I'm doing. So.
I don't even attempt to go to Taro Patch.
What is that?
Immediately lost.
It's a poi farm.
This was
Is that what? That's what you? Is the tuning that you use for lap steel?
no. I go
Oh.
open D.
Oh, okay.
This is open G. This is after they had me doing the Slacky Festival, and I was like, oh man, I don't know any of this, like these guys, you know. And I just went home and I like tuned it to this, and I was like, and then I started writing this kind of thing on it, just playing around with it, and I just put words to it, and that's this basically. It's just
Nice.
yeah, just my influence with that whole
Soaking it up
experience.
for the weekend or whatever.
Yeah. Hey, it's okay that you didn't get back to me, 'cause I was busy too. I was just hanging on my back porch playing Kuli Ou Ou Blues. I say, hey, it's alright. Let's just do it another night. We can do it soon. You could just come on over and play some Kuli Ou Ou Blues. Life might be the soft sound. Life is downright cruel. Ain't that the truth? But I know I'll be okay come that sun and rainy day. Dance, dance. Right on, Baras.
That was cool at the end. As it was at the end of the sustain, it kind of went boom, boom, boom. I was like, oh, that's cool.
It's pretty awesome.
Corey's playing the aNueNue LS 800,
500.
500, and we have those on our website available.
That is, I think we should have, yeah.
Yeah.
We just
And of course, Kalei is playing his Moonbird aNueNue. We might still have a few.
Oh yeah, we got it.
Yeah,
Are we good on that, guys?
you tell
Yeah,
us.
that was nice.
I'm happy with that.
That's beautiful.
Andrew, one more.
Yeah. Thanks so much for coming up, Tavana.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think the most I've ever jammed with you was at the Hoku.
Oh,
One song.
that was hilarious. Oh my gosh, that was so funny, huh?
If you ever need ukulele work, Kalei is the man.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Taimane might be prettier, but no.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. They're both pretty.
Well, no.
You used to do some gigs with Taimane.
Yeah, there's been people requesting that, but she's been sort of on the down low lately.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know. I think
What
she's
she's
kind
up
of
to? Need some
recording
space.
and just doing very few shows here and
Brewing up something.
there. Yeah, I think she's like really working on something special, so I think she's gonna probably put something out soon. But
Nice. It's
I
gonna
love-
be epic.
I love playing with her though. We got like a very similar
Dynamic.
kind of thing that
Yeah.
like energy. Like so when we play, it's like like kind of
Yeah, yeah,
frenzies
yeah.
up. Like it's a lot of fun.
So what shows?
This is like right here. This is like kind of like my like fantasy of like the Grisman like kind of
Yeah.
like I'm like get to be like Jerry Garcia. And,
Yeah.
like, got these like amazing string men here to like coat my stuff with this beautiful
Yeah. I feel you.
the lace.
I got to
That's-
see David Grisman live like 25 years
Oh,
ago.
wow.
Yeah, it's so awesome. Mic'd up too, not plugged in.
Who was he playing with? Oh, probably Lead, huh?
No. This was in North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and Edgar Meyer, who is an incredible bass player. But yeah, I forget who else. But yeah, awesome acoustic music is
I know.
the best.
I love that Jerry Garcia album.
I love it too. The Jerry Garcia album with David Grisman, not for kids only.
It's like kind of like one of my go-tos when I want to like clean the house or something. It just makes me
Yes.
sort of feel really good and happy. And,
Totally. Like all those classics, Freight Train and all that kind
yeah,
of stuff.
man.
Yeah, Jerry Garcia just has that tone too. I love his sound.
So maybe we'll try this newer one. I don't think Corey's heard it, but should we just try it?
Let's do it.
All right. Met her on the very last day. I met her on my grave. She was standing in stiletto pumps, not much to say. It was thin in her hands that day, nothing I could replace. And I was stuck inside my mind
I saw her face. I couldn't see beyond the falling rain until I saw her smile. I met her on the very last day. We were standing on my grave. The grass was dead and the sky was gray. Man, it was some kind of gray. You know, when she spoke, I couldn't feel no pain, and I was born again. Tombstone heavy on my heart again, until she took my hand. Met her on the very last day. We were dancing on my grave. The pain is gone, I feel release. And now it's easier to breathe. We danced upon my grave that day. She looked up at me and she said, I met you on the very last day. She said, I met you on my grave. I couldn't hear beyond the wind and rain till I heard your voice. Met her on the very last day, dancing on our grave, dancing on our grave, dancing on our
That was good. That was
The
great.
new one?
That was,
You guys are crazy, dude.
I didn't even really do anything.
Man,
I was just trying to listen.
that was crazy.
Beautiful song.
Yeah, that was nice.
I love coming here. It's so funny. We've been doing this for years where I come here and I play songs that are still in the works, still being written. They come out like a year later on an album, and they're always here first.
Hey,
You
thank
can
you.
test the waters.
The sneak peek.
Yeah, man.
Love it.
Little teaser.
Keep doing it. We love you, man.
I love you
Tell-
guys.
Tell us again what you got coming up.
Yeah, I mean, I got the Jack thing and the Jack Johnson this summer at the Shell. Enrico Pono this summer at the Shell. Got working on a new album that'll be out probably in the fall sometime, and they can always check out all my stuff that's out there right now.
We'll put a link
spinning.
to the website, Tavana.com, or what is it, Tavana808.com, something like
Yeah,
that.
Instagram,
Instagram.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And also, if you guys are fairly new to the channel, go search for all the Tavana stuff. He's done a bunch of songs over here, and we love it every time. You're the best, man.
Love you guys, man.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
so
having
much.
me.
All right. Aloha, guys. We'll see you soon.
Shoots.